Thursday, 2nd of July 2015. Paper highlights. First, let's look at the paper highlights from Daily Mirror. I will not reject your request, MR. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa yesterday at his ancestral home in Medamulana revealed that he would contest the general elections but didn't reveal the party through which he would contest. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. MR doesn't speak for the party, CBK. Former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga, commenting on her successor Mahinda Rajapaksa's speech at Medamulana today, said he could say anything he wished because he was not the party leader. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Rukman to contest from Kegol. Former United National Party assistant leader Rukman Senanayake, who kept away from party matters for a while, will once again participate in active politics in build to contest from the Kegol district. More highlights from Daily Mirror. Swan symbol revived. The swan symbol may appear again on ballot papers at the August 17th general elections as the New Democratic Front has conveyed its intention to contest the polls, party officials said yesterday. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Elections chief to brief party secretaries. Elections Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya will, for the first time after the declaration of the general elections, brief political party secretaries today on the preparation of nomination lists of candidates contesting the general elections, an official said yesterday. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. People will throw MR into dustbin. Naveen. Responding to former President Mahinda Rajapaksa's speech at Medamulana yesterday, Tourism and Sports Minister Naveen Dissanayake said people would reject Mr. Rajapaksa and consign him to the dustbin of history. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Rajitha says MS won't give nomination to MR. Health Minister Rajitha Senaratne said yesterday that as far as he knew, President Maithripala Sirisena had not changed his stance that Mahinda Rajapaksa would not be given nomination. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. SLFP ministers oppose moves to nominate MR. Several ministers who supported President Maithripala Sirisena at the January 8th election met him yesterday and raised objections to the move to nominate former President Mahinda Rajapaksa as a candidate at the general elections, Daily Mirror learns. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Ceylon today. Mahinda declares, I'm coming. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, making a special statement yesterday in his hometown Medamulana, confirmed his participation in the upcoming general election. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Committee to unite MSMR. Report handed over to President. The 6-member committee headed by SLFP MP John Seneviratne, appointed to foster a better relationship between the former president and the incumbent, handed over their report to the President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday. It's learned that the committee had recommended that the president allow Mahinda Rajapaksa to contest under the SLFP. A Maitri faction member of the committee noted that they had not made the recommendation to allow Rajapaksa to contest as the prime ministerial candidate of the UPFA. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Ranil Chandrika talks today. A special discussion is to be held today between Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga. The current political climate and the possible scenarios that would come up if the SLFE were to contest the upcoming election as a separate party were speculated to be the topics under discussion. More highlights from Ceylon today. Polls monitors call on IGP. Polls monitors urged political parties giving nominations to candidates to give value to the criterion to be followed when scrutinizing the suitability of choices, demanding also the police act on the common law to take down election propaganda. People's Action for Free and Fair Elections noted that posters and cutouts were pasted all over the island despite the fact that candidates had yet to be named. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Somawangsa to contest under Maitri. Former leader of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna, Somawangsa Amarasinghe, has decided to contest the forthcoming general election from an alliance led by President Maithripala Sirisena. More highlights from Ceylon today. Trade unions to protest demanding no nomination for MR. Civil organizations, trade unions and members of public will stage a protest tomorrow at 3 p.m. opposite the Fort Railway Station under the theme Respect the Mandate Given, no nomination for MR. President of the Government Nursing Officers Association, Saman Ratnapriya, said. Speaking to Ceylon today, Ratnapriya added that 6.2 million people voted for President Sirisena in order to oust former President Rajapaksa. If he gives nominations through the letter, it will be a betrayal of the mandate given to him. People didn't vote President Sirisena in to transfer their mandate to Rajapaksa. The former president made his much anticipated statement at Medamulana amidst much fanfare, informing the public that he would come back into politics and contest the forthcoming general election. Now let's see the paper highlights from Daily News. Alleged assault of domestic helper. SC judge may face arrest. The lawyers collective wants the judge to step down. Supreme Court Judge Justice Farak D. Abru was allegedly assaulted a domestic helper with a pistol but may face arrest or criminal charges. According to police media spokesman ASP Ruwan Gunasekara, the CID which handles the case will report the details of the case to the Mount Lavinia magistrate seeking a directive from the court for further action. Earlier, the police sought to interview the Supreme Court judge in connection with the assault case but refused to accede to the request. Another highlight from Daily News. MR's entry into election fray. People will relegate him to the dustbin of history. Hashim. Reacting to the entry of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa into the election fray, United National Party General Secretary Minister Kabir Hashim said that people will relegate him to the dustbin of history at the forthcoming polls. Another highlight from Daily News. Why would MS give nomination to a rejected president? Asks Ranatunga. If by chance former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was given nomination to contest forthcoming general election by President Maithripala Sirisena, the political parties that supported him to dislodge Rajapaksa will be forced to take serious political decisions against the president. Ports and Shipping Minister Arjuna Ranatunga yesterday told the Daily News. More highlights from Daily News. Mahinda breaks silence, vows to contest. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa consented to contest at the forthcoming general election to supporters who came to his ancestral home at Madamulana last morning. He didn't disclose under which party or symbol he would contest. A number of parliamentarians, provincial councillors, past and present members of local government bodies and thousands of faithful supporters from all parts of the country, including clergy, gathered at Madamulana demanding that the former president contest the August 17th general election. Another highlight from Daily News. MR controversy. Rejected UPFA group to contest under Swan. A section of the United People's Freedom Alliance is contemplating on contesting the upcoming general election as an alliance under the Swan symbol if the UPFA decides to give nominations to former President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Another highlight from Daily News. No decision by SLFP to field MR Chandrika. Former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga said, although former President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that he will contest the next election, the SLFP has not taken any decision to give him nomination. She made this observation addressing an event to provide lunch to the patients at Minuwangoda District Hospital to mark her 70th birthday. Responding to a question by a journalist on the statement of ex-President Rajapaksa in Madamulana yesterday that he would contest the next election, Kumaratunga said, he can say so, but who will agree to give him nominations? The SLFP is holding a different opinion in this regard. Meanwhile, addressing a gathering in Nigambu to distribute dry rations, Kumaratunga said, allowing those rejected by people to return to leadership positions contravenes the intentions of the people. If that was done, people would be heavily disappointed, she remarked. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers and we will bring you more tomorrow.